acting upon airplanes and in airports and getting
Merry Christmas! Tomorrow's the big day. I heard Santa Claus got a BBL this year, so I hope you got the XL chimney so I can squeeze those playful butt cheeks down there and deliver his special presents for you that you've been asking for. And I even heard from a reliable little helper of his that if you leave goof juice out instead of milk and cookies, old St. Nicholas will be extra happy and might leave you bonus presents. Now, what if I told you that jolly old son of a bitch done paid me a visit a little early before Christmas with a gift? That just can't help but put a smile on my face. A douchebag prankster just got arrested and is facing a $6 felony. This is the gift we've all been asking for. 'Tis the season, and they always say it's better to give than to receive. And this one brain-dead idiot fucking turbo moron prankster decided to give random people in a Walmart grocery aisle poison. Yes, spraying food with bug spray. This guy's good. He's got talent. I'm sure I don't need to educate you that bug spray isn't a safe thing to be consuming. It's literally poison. You could get very ill if you had consumed any of the food that he has sprayed with this. I don't know how someone gets this stupid. I actually don't know how that's possible. You could be chewing on raw plutonium, and I don't think it could rot your brain as much as cloud does. Like, this guy, his whole Instagram page is nothing but like committing crimes for some internet updos. I'll go over some of his other recent stinkers here in just a moment, but I have to focus on this for a little bit here because this is unbelievable. It seems like he got inspiration from the Tylenol murderer. You remember the Tylenol murders? Well, I'm guessing this degenerate must have viewed that guy as a prankster. I'm sure all of you know the Tylenol murders, but just in case, I'll drop a quick little recap on it. Many moons ago, there was a villain who swapped out Tylenol capsules for cyanide and then put the bottles back on the shelf. Players bought them, obviously not knowing they'd been tampered with, took them, and some people died from it. This is that same DNA. He is actually just poisoning strangers. He is tampering with their food with literal poison, and that's the content. Now, real quick, let's just set everything else aside here. Just throw it all into the shitter for a moment. Who watches these videos? Who is the audience? There is nothing to be entertained by. Let's say he wasn't using poison. Let's say he walked up to the food and he sprayed it with cologne, or he sprayed it with fart spray. It smells all yucky like ass. Well, there's still no video there. Like, what is there to even get your feet up at? He walks up, he sprays a little bit on it, he just sprays it, and then he walks away. That's the whole video. What do you even get entertained by? Like, who watches it? I don't know. Like, how lobotomized could you possibly be? It is just the most boring turd burger garbage ever. Nothing is even happening in the video. Like, you also throw your hands up when you're riding the escalator from the thrill of the moment, and just watch the fucking jiggling keys in that. Holy Lord, it makes no sense. So even if he wasn't using poison, if he was just using anything else, it would still just be a trash video and a terrible prank. I don't understand who even watches this. Like, I can almost wrap my noodle around kids being entertained by douchebags harassing people in public because they look at that and be like, oh, he's bad. He's being so naughty. Holy shit. But this guy's whole page, which has hundreds of thousands of followers, is just another level of incomprehensible, embarrassing. Like, it's painful. If you tried to train AI on this guy's pranks, the AI would probably kill itself because it wouldn't want to subject itself to more torture and being trained on these kind of pranks. Anyway, though, Goofball is being charged with 3 different crimes: a class 6 felony, intrusive poison, and 2 misdemeanors, criminal damage and endangerment. From what I understand, he will face between 5 to 20 years from what I've read for this. I'm hoping they don't play softball here. Like, there needs to be some kind of precedent set that you can't just fucking poison people for a prank. Like, come on. So what happened is he filmed himself grabbing a can of bug killer, which was Hot Shot Ultra Bed Bug and Flea Killer, and he sprayed it on fruit, vegetables, and cooked chicken. He didn't pay for the chemical spray or the contaminated food, and then...
Is he in? Is it a touchdown?
I think I have just the thing for you guys. Everyone knows the playoffs are the most emotional time of the year, and you can get in on the action on DraftKings.
The customers bet $5, get $300 in bonus if your bet wins. Grab yours.
What he done? According to police, once he left, he began to see comments online saying how horrible the act was, and he decided to return and collect the items. What a saint. Now, before the charges were filed, apparently the fresh food was thrown away right after, and no one was poisoned, which is actually a miracle, because there was quite a bit of time that passed between him spraying the shit with poison and leaving the store. The defendant returned about 10 minutes after he sprayed the items and attempted to collect the items he had sprayed, placed them in a shopping cart, and wheeled them back to the rear of the store to try to prevent people from taking the contaminated items. Mind you, he would not have gone back in if people didn't tell him to. If people weren't telling him that he might potentially kill somebody with this, he would have never gone back in, and people would have taken those items none the wiser and probably gotten very, very sick because, well, surprise, ingesting poison is not that good for you. And 10 minutes is a good bit of time to have passed with those contaminated items on the shelves. I can ejaculate like 3 or 4 times in 10 minutes. It's reasonable to assume that within that time frame, someone might have come in and taken one of those items and gotten super sick from it. This guy has a fucking jug of idiot potion at his house, and he is drinking that every single evening. How can you be so for content? Like, there's gotta be a point where you're like, okay, we're not gonna play softball. You're going to get the 5 to 10 years because that's what he's facing from what I've read. It's like 5 to 10 year potential sentence, and he should absolutely get it. He should not be able to get off easy for this. Before showing you some more of his dog shit, I'd like to show you something that's probably going to make you even more furious at this guy. He admitted that he can earn between $6,000 to $10,000 a month for doing acts like these and posting them on social media. He is making substantially more money than most people working right now, just from going out there attempting to poison strangers or harassing workers or just harassing people going about their day-to-day life. I only learned about this douchebag from him being arrested, but even still, I actually gave him the benefit of the doubt on a few of these that they might be fake, but they're not. In this case, I thought what might have happened here is he filmed this random stranger putting his laundry in the washing machine, and then when he put the bacon and eggs into the clothes during the cycle, he actually didn't put it into that guy, the stranger's clothes, he put it into like his own clothes, like a different washing machine, which would still ruin the washing machine too. Like, that still would be disruptive, it wouldn't be nearly as bad. It's just ruining this man's night, ruining his clothes at the laundromat. But what an imbecile I was for thinking that this guy might not be a gigantic asshole all of the time. His whole purpose is just making strangers' lives miserable for his content. He actually did just completely fuck this guy in the face, ruining his laundry, and you can confirm this because the guy comes in, puts his clothes in washing machine number 19, engages the cycle, and walks away. Then this douchebag comes over with the bacon and eggs, throws it into washing machine number 19, re-engages the cycle. And you can see right at the end that, yep, it's number 19 that he came in and just completely ruined. This is one of the shorter ones where he nearly performs a halo assassination here on this worker that's cleaning off a bench. So he jumps on him from the top turnbuckle here while he is cleaning. He could have easily have broken this guy's arm. He was cleaning the table and then jumps on the area where he is still actively cleaning. If he had stretched his hand out even an inch further, he would have had his hand broken, finger broken, or arm broken. Good job.
You could be vaping formaldehyde, which is used in taxidermy.
Oh dear.
Formaldehyde. Oh dear.
Anyway, oh dear.
Are you an elk? I don't know what I am.
This is his bread and butter content. This is his favorite thing in the world. He loves fucking with fast food workers. He doesn't even treat them like human beings. He treats them as less than NPCs. The way he treats fast food workers is worse than how people treat civilians in Skyrim. This guy has so many videos jumping the counter, harassing the workers. He is at his happiest when fast food workers are at their most miserable because of him. Oh, it's his favorite thing in the world. He loves it. In fact, he needs it, really. Like a plant needs the sun. He photosynthesizes fast food workers' agony into his dopamine. He has so many videos being a complete insufferable asshole to fast food workers. This guy's you get the idea. I don't need to keep showing you a montage of his degeneracy. I'm just hoping.
Or do anything to me. I didn't expect him to do this. Like, what the actual fuck? And the whole time I'm thinking I'm fine because he hasn't said anything or touched me or anything. But then you notice that he goes over and does the same thing to this girl. And he'll crouch down low and pretend like he's doing something and then smell, you know? I was so freaked out.
His voice when she asks somebody to do it, it's like trembling and panting almost. Like that right there is haunting. He literally sounds demented and evil, like some kind of conniving creep from a cartoon. He sounds like a villain from a CW production, but he's not. This is a real sex offender. So in this video, you can see him sniff her rear end and then go to another woman in another aisle doing a similar thing where he's like on the ground, tinkering with some books, but then he like sneaks a smell in. He's basically treating Barnes and Nobles like an all-you-can-eat buffet of whiffing tookuses. And he got caught here. He got arrested. He's actually been arrested multiple times. He is a sex offender, but it feels like they just don't really take his crimes all that seriously because this guy gets caught released more often than a bass in a lake. Like, you can find articles and even videos of this guy doing this shit for years. Like, here's another one from quite a while ago. Also, prowling the in this clip, you can even see he had hair. Kind of like how One Punch Man trained so hard he went bald. This guy sniffs so much ass he went bald. He does not stop. He is a maniac on the loose, and he continues to just get set free to keep repeating this over and over and over again. You can find almost countless reports of him going to multiple different locations, just huffing as much fumes as he can from strangers' keisters. It's so fucking weird that the authorities just let him out so willy-nilly. And surprise, surprise, the reason I'm talking about it again today is he has just been arrested again for doing the same thing, this time in a Nordstrom. Before showing you his newest degeneracy, I'd like to make a brief mention that today is Forge Day. So Starforge is doing its biggest sale of the year where you get up to $1,000 off PCs. So click the link in the description below to get yourself a Starforge PC.
And previously captured on a TikTok video lurking too close for comfort near unsuspecting women has been caught on camera again committing a similar act. The suspect has been arrested, this time for following women inside a Nordstrom Rack in Burbank.
Real quick, I gotta just make a mention of something here. Take a close look at his mugshot. Anything look out of the ordinary here? His fucking ears. What is going on with those puppies there? He's got Shrek ears. His ears look like Fred Burger's nose. Man glued two bugles to the side of his head and thought people would notice. Like, what in tarnation?
Oh my god, it's almost too creepy to talk about, right? A man sniffing women inside local stores. I talked to Burbank police about it tonight, and they told me they consider him absolutely dangerous.
So dangerous that they keep letting him out with just a slap on the wrist. Yeah, it really seems like they take his threat very seriously. He is dangerous. This guy is a sex offender who is preying on his victims, and the authorities keep letting him out to repeat that cycle over and over and over again. They're not doing a whole lot to protect people from this guy that they consider to be very dangerous.
38-year-old police Crowder of Glendale was arrested, but now it appears he's been at it again, this time preying on women in the Nordstrom Rack in the Empire Shop.
In fact, at all. She doesn't realize what is happening here at all. Swatting is a very...
You really want to really?
Yep. We're going to pull phone records from the phone company. We'll write the subpoena. Have you had any drinks tonight, ma'am?
Are you crazy?
No, ma'am. I'm trying to conduct this investigation.
He's a service with all kinds of stuff.
He started to sniff out that she might be intoxicated, but Ashley's putting on a strong show of sobriety to throw him off the trail. Drunk? Me? No. You crazy? You're a crazy person? That's found on you?
So, we're going to end this. You're going to pay us $1,500.
No, that's good for you.
Yeah, sure is.
Her neurons started to side quest to get the dog back, to get it inside. It's quite a journey.
I want my attorney. Present.
Okay, sure.
Thank you. So I'm not going to talk to anybody without my attorney. Present.
Very well. I will pass on the Brookfield. We'll see what they say.
After a lengthy mission, they do finally get the dog, and the way she's holding him, she's holding it like it's a bioweapon. I've never seen someone hold a dog like that in my fucking life. She's got the dog's wiener pointed at the officers. I think she was hoping that it'd start peeing or something as a distraction so she can make a run for it. I don't know. But she's like holding the dog almost like it's the Heisman Trophy or something. Like, I don't get what she's doing with that dog. I feel terrible for the dog. Honestly, the best thing that could happen to the dog is that because she seems remarkably fucking lost, and it's beyond off her door.
So no, I'm not doing a swatting thing with the work. Are you kidding me?
I won't joke.
That is a serious joke. Ken is a psycho.
I don't know who Ken is.
The guy.
Yes, you don't know much of what's going on. I told you to come pick you up at your barn in Brookfield. What's the time?
I date a Brookfield officer. Okay? My man is an officer. Okay? I'm not going to to say it because I don't want to.
It's pretty clear that this woman is a pathological liar, and it only gets worse. She throws out some really heinous accusations. So right now, she's talking about how she pulls it behind the swatting. That's a very serious joke. That's not a knee slapper or a gut buster that you make gags out of. She would never do such a thing like that. And then she's talking about how she actually dates an officer. Won't name his name, but she dates an officer, and they probably wouldn't like what's happening here. Probably wouldn't like it. So her whole idea here, I think, was to try and, like, I don't know, say, like, hey, I date an officer, so I shouldn't be arrested. You know? That could go the plan. It doesn't work, but I think that's what she was going for.
Can you go? Can you please close him out? Trying to go to the basement. I didn't know how this went.
It's actually incredible how unlikable this woman is. Just normal person coming out of the elevator doing normal activities, and she yells at them to get out. Like, what the fuck? How could someone possibly be this much of an insufferable piece of shit? It's actually impressive.
I am rude. I'm sorry. I'm a surgeon. I'm a surgeon. I am. So I'm very particular. So I'm sorry.
Now she's saying that she's a surgeon. She just randomly blurts out that she's a surgeon. It's like a child when they're like making up a story when playing pretend, like SpongeBob and SquarePants in that box of imagination. That's her whole brain. I'm spitting. I'm actually spitting. That's how disgusted this woman makes me. She can't stop lying for even a second, and she can't stop being a piece of shit to people around her. And like the officers even tell her, like, that was rude. Like this was just a person using this elevator, and now you're yelling at them. And she's like, I was surgeon. D5. Thanks to D5. You saw it in Harry Potter when they're playing Wizard's Chess. Like, you guys wouldn't get it. I won't bore you with the jargon that you couldn't possibly understand with their tiny feeble minds. Just know that because I'm a brain surgeon, it gives me the right to yell at people. And it gives me the right to call police departments 20 times a night reporting false crimes. Because, well, it's what I like to do as a brain surgeon.
You're lying, and you use me as a scapegoat under the bridge. You guys were harassing me under the bridge. There were no cameras under there, and you guys were harassing me under the bridge.
Just like a big bag of beer across all the store. Let's just, what's up?
Guys, be an elevator.
Okay.
Yep.
We have body cameras.
And I have marks.
We have body cameras, and
Yep, and so do I.
if you want to file a false police report, you can go down there.
You're lying.
Her next series of lies isn't nearly as humorous as her brain surgeon storyline, where she received a lobotomy, thus she thinks she's a brain surgeon now or whatever. This one, she starts to try and spin a false rape accusation about how they were raping her on the elevator and under a bridge.
What they did to me, how they're
Where's the exit?
yeah, they're holding me. How this guy, what is your name? I'm talking to you.
She now embarks on the screaming gambit. This is a pretty advanced maneuver you don't see executed super often, never gets any degree of success, where the person just then starts screeching and squealing. And it's what she does for the rest of the video. So she's still screaming that they raped her when there is body cam footage to prove that did not happen. That is a blatant lie. All she does is endlessly lie. It's craziness. And that is a awful thing to be lying about. And she's screaming it, and I think the idea was to try and incite anger, to have maybe people come in and push over the officers to save her or something. I don't know what she's even trying to do with that accusation, and there's clearly evidence that proves contrary. I think it's to try and get out of the arrest. I don't really know, but it is unhinged lunacy. When she eventually does get to the station, she lets out her best Joker laugh that she could muster, and to her credit, it's a pretty maniacal, cartoonishly evil laugh that she pulled off. It's pretty impressive. Lord have mercy on all the poor souls that were watching this with headphones on. They're no longer with us. So she's now claiming they broke her arm and they went over to try and get her to sit up. They didn't actually even lift her, by the way. And the second they touched her, then she started saying that they broke her arm. Another bogus baloney fib here. Liar, liar, plants for hire. Holy cannoli. And now she is absolutely wailing. She is sounding like a Five Nights at Freddy's jump scare. She sounds like if Toucan Sam ate a ghost pepper.
You support it. Do you have an NCIC for swatting?
Oh God, it's swatting. It's so stupid. Swatting.
She goes on and on and on and on and on. It sounds like a screaming goat meal. So that's kind of where that concludes. But she did receive some charges for it, but really a fucking nuisance she is. Holy. That's really bad.
Now with Optimum Internet, get 1 gig fiber internet for only $60 per month for 2 years. Plus Netflix on us for 12 months. Get Optimum.
For years, I felt stuck between long hours at work and a daily grind. I just didn't have the time or energy to focus on my health.
Until I found TrimRx. They offer a compound version of the semaglutide, which helps manage my appetite and my blood sugar.
It makes managing weight so much easier.
I had an online consultation, and my treatment just showed up at my door.
TrimRx didn't just help me lose weight, it gave me the tools to feel better in my own skin.
Don't worry, yo-yo riding. It's all about long-term results.
You've got to hear about TrimRx.
It's rare that I can't yap up a wacky intro, but learning about this menace has left me stuck. I just saw this video from EWU Body Cams about this guy that would hide cameras in every bathroom on the planet, it seems. I wouldn't be surprised if he got hidden cameras in my own porcelain throne territory there. He's infiltrated my domain and is filming me.
And not only did we just receive an anonymous tip that someone has a camera in our employee bathroom and is uploading videos online.
Just stay away from charges. What's our charges? You're not supposed to be judgmental of anybody's crimes, by the way.
What the hell is even that? You're not supposed to be judgmental of crimes? I don't remember hearing that in the Miranda rights. I can't even really imagine that. You show up to a murder scene, you catch the suspect, and you just happen to say, hey buddy, look, I don't mean to be judgmental here, but you strike me as a bit of a jerk for this, taking a lot of human lives here. I know, Sumi, I don't mean to judge. I feel like as far as judgment goes, crimes are a pretty solid one for people to form an opinion on, rightfully so. If you are found guilty of secretly recording thousands of people using the restroom, you're a fucking freak, and people will judge you as such.
On July 19, 2022, the police in Ann Arbor, Michigan responded to the Briarwood shopping mall after receiving this unusual
information were called about video footage from a store bathroom being uploaded online. Horrifically, the resulting investigation into a tech-savvy peeping Tom was spread throughout the city of Ann Arbor. The final number of cameras and victims is enough to make your skin crawl.
It's not exaggerating either. It actually did, by the end of this investigation, have my fucking jaw on the floor with how many cameras and how many videos and how all over the place it was. There wasn't a bathroom in Michigan that was spared his peeping. Like, this guy is like the supervillain of shitters. There was nowhere safe, no porcelain throne left unsullied by his eyes, his near omniscient eyes. He dedicated his whole life, put his soul into his craft of spying on every bathroom in Michigan. He was literally like the architect from The Matrix.